Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Libra's mid-month soul path check-in for mid-December to the end of December 2022. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, you can do so in the comments below the video. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really, really does mean so much. And again, thank you so much. I also would like to remind everybody to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs, for a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also check out the beginning of the month readings that I offer here. You can also check out the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right, without any further ado, please give us 3 cards. Please give us a message for what is on Libra's soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. And while there's moments of silence, while I may be shuffling, do pay attention to anything you see in your mind's eye. You might smell something that reminds you of something. You may hear song lyrics or a word. A strong emotion may bubble up. Do pay attention to these, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading, as we're not together in the physical. I am connecting to your energy, so your energy is very much a part of this reading. And in a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to those. 1 more card, please. That's way too many. It's way too many. Don't worry, if they're meant to come out, they'll come back out again. 1 more card, please. All right, 2. That'll do. Okay. So we have the Temperance card, the Death card, the 5 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. And at the bottom we have the 10 of Wands here. So we have 2 10s. 10 is the number of completion. So there's definitely a cycle coming to its completion here, the second half of December. But in the second half of December, it does appear you're feeling very balanced as you move forward here. And you're really moving forward with a lot of patience. You feel that you are on your purpose. You have a strong connection at this time with your guides, your spirit team, and you're really feeling this harmonious vibe here. And then we have the Death card. So this is marking a profound change. And again, this end to this cycle. And when one cycle ends, another one begins here. But there has been a profound change. So you're maintaining this balance and harmony, even though you're in this process of transition and transformation as we move through the second half of December. We have the 5 of Swords here. So there's definitely some conflict energy taking place. And and it does appear that you are walking away from something. Sometimes this card can speak of defeat, but with the Ten of Cups after this, this is you walking away and not actually being defeated here. So there is a few indications here that this is definitely the end of an old cycle and the beginning of the new. And it does appear that that new is kind of rolling around towards the end of December here. Because then we have the Ten of Cups. So this to me is this really celebratory energy, again, with this harmonious kind of abundance of emotion. You have all of your cups of emotion filled here. And again, this is like this celebratory energy after kind of this long haul and walking away from what doesn't serve you, walking away from unnecessary competitions and things like this. This can also be where you're in competition with yourself or past versions of yourself, but you are walking away from that. And in doing so, you really are coming into this blissful kind of energy here. And at the bottom, we have the Ten of Wands. So this cycle and the one before it has felt like some hard work for you. And it has really kind of been burdensome. And in a way, this is kind of what you're walking away from, this burden energy of almost like a past storyline. There's a burden in your past storyline, and you're walking away from that and starting anew. This also can speak of responsibility. So this transition you are really leaning into because you know you have this responsibility to yourself, and you kind of see where you're going. So you have this responsibility to your future self as well. But you are taking what you could say all these wands home, and then they can go to their proper use here. Whereas perhaps in the past you were in the process of collecting these wands, and the wands represent the spirit fire, spirit energy, spiritual power, if you will. But definitely there is a profound change taking place. But you weather it with a lot of balance and harmony. All right, let's get a little bit more information. This is the Scrying Eye Oracle deck, and we will get 3 cards and a bottom card from the top split, and then we'll do the same with the bottom. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. 3 cards, please. Sunrise. Thank you. One more, please. Thank you. So we have the Sunrise, the Haunted Woods, the Dark Creative Union, and the Woman of the Desert, excuse me. So we have the Woman of the Desert card. Now, these are not gender specific. This is talking about this feminine aspect of emotion here when it's speaking about this. So whether you're a man or a woman, we all have feminine and masculine aspects to ourself. So this is what this is talking about. But so we start this row off with the Sunrise card. So it does appear, and this is kind of making me feel like this. you're definitely coming into this victory and success in the happiness department, in your level of joy. You're finding greater happiness and joy as you move forward. Really stepping forward with your truth. There is something in this transition that is definitely going to bring you some enlightenment. Some things will be illuminated. But this also marks the end of a dark night when the sun comes up, and new beginnings. So this transition is kind of out with the old, and this new begins here. And then we have the haunted woods. So there is an element of perhaps a hidden adversary. And this may be where this some of this conflict energy is coming in, or competition, as there may be those in your sphere that want to draw you into a competition or conflict. The Spirit is saying, tread lightly. And it does appear that you're going to kind of see this coming. And when it does kind of pop up, it's going to create some fears, some doubts. But really, this is fear of the unknown. In your dreams, you may be receiving some darker messages. Now, we all have dark and light aspects to ourselves. So receiving a dark message is not always a bad thing. Sometimes we need to receive these messages of warning to help redirect us. But there is this sense, and this may be what's sparking this transition, the fact that you're leaning into it, because you find yourself, you kind of look around and you're like, I'm in the wrong place. This is not where I belong. These are not the people that I perhaps I need to be around. This might not be a healthy environment. But I feel like at the beginning of the mid-December, you're feeling a little confused. You're weathering it really good with this emotional balance and harmony, but there is some confusion. There is a feeling of loss, and there's someone in your energetic sphere where you're kind of asking, like, is this my friend or is this my foe here? And this might be bringing up some of this conflict. Now, it does end well for you with the Ten of Cups, and really how you beat someone who is trying to draw you into a competition or conflict is you don't play their game. And when you don't play their game, they can't win. So that's what it is. Then we have dark creative union here. So this friend or foe, and this may be a group of people, this might be an individual, but they're attempting to use their gifts for a certain level of harm or destruction. There's ill intent in what they're doing here, and this is really ringing with the word disharmony. So these people are coming with this disharmony, trying to disrupt your harmony. But see, you maintain your harmony and your balance. The Spirit is putting this here to let you know that this is going to be a part of the second half of December, but that you do stay on your square, you maintain your harmony and your balance. But these people are trying to manipulate you to a certain extent. So the Spirit is wanting you to know that. And then we have the woman of the desert here. So this is speaking about this this emotional state where there is, in the desert here, there is no water. There is a drought of emotions, or at least positive emotions. So when these people come in with this, this is going to make you feel kind of emotionally dry or drained, because you're definitely ready for these new experiences that are coming around, and you definitely have shown endurance, and you've persevered through this past cycle. So you're not going to allow these people to come in right when you're on the precipice of this new cycle to derail your progress, which I feel like this is in part their intent here. We'll get a little bit more. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. Thank you. Two more cards, please. Thank you. So we have Unlikely Bond, Satsang, the Owl, and at the bottom, let's see what we got. We have Voyage at Dawn. That's wonderful. All right, so we have this card, Unlikely Bond here. So this is speaking about balancing opposing forces here. And this is the kind of balance that you're coming with. I feel like you definitely possess the ability to take it to these people if you needed to. Because you do have this balance and control over these light and dark aspects of yourself. It doesn't appear that, and like I said, you're kind of leaving this. You're not playing their game, and so they can't win. And that's actually, this walking away from that energy is what has you in the 10 of Cups energy. So this is definitely saying don't play their game, even though you could play their game and definitely beat them at this. That you're actually going to find more power and abundance by leaving that in the past and not engaging with these people in the way that they want you to. And so you're definitely moving forward with this different kind of confidence to where you know you don't have to engage with them. So you're definitely coming with a lot of strength and power as you move forward. And in this last cycle, you've developed a greater belief in yourself, greater courage. And so, like I said, you know you don't have to engage with them. With this, you have cultivated a certain perception, or a certain influence over your reality, your sphere of reality. You're really utilizing your will, focusing your light and your dark energies into like one point here. But you're moving forward with compassion. So this compassionate aspect of yourself won't let you engage with them in this way. Then we have satsang here. So there is an element to this to where you will be coming in contact with your spirit community, your soul family, your soul tribe, these types of things. And in which you really feel this sense of oneness and family, and this is almost like this spiritual support system for you, and you may get some very valuable advice on how to deal that from this community here. But again, this is a celebratory energy at the satsang. So again, with this Ten of Cups, this is the type of thing where you'll be sharing, giving, and receiving of spiritual knowledge and wisdom. So again, on how to deal with this low vibrational energy that is trying to pull you back into the old cycle. I don't feel like it does, because you're kind of in motion to the ocean here. It's like you're going with the tide and they are swimming against the tide. So you definitely have more power behind you to get to where you need to go. But you are really moving forward with this open-hearted energy of the temperance angel. Then we have the owl. So you do possess the abilities to see and navigate through the darkness here. And the owl feels very at home in the darkness. It's not afraid of the dark. And this is how I feel like you are, because you have this balance of your light and your dark energies. And you're really moving forward with a lot of intuition. And again, it's spiritual power. You know how to spiritually set these firm boundaries. You have your protections in place. Your spirit team is definitely coming in to aid you with whatever is going on here. You may be... your psychic intuition might be heightening at this time, or you might be receiving these type of psychic, like downloads, if you will. And this is really allowing you to see multiple perspectives, as an owl can turn its head all the way around and upside down and all which ways. So you're able to see things from all these different angles here. Moving forward, and then we have Voyage at Dawn. So this does appear that in wherever, how do you say this, wherever you're going, because it's a little unclear, it's more on just energetically you're moving into this blissful celebratory zone. But it's saying now is the good, proper timing for your travels, and that you are receiving protection as you travel, as you head into these new experiences here. And you're bidding a farewell to the past, leaving it in the distant past, and setting forth on this adventure. And you're definitely moving forward, and because you've gone through this rite of passage. And this also is speaking of this transition type of energy. So you are transitioning out of the old into the new. But the Spirit is saying you definitely have protection on your journey, and this is the right time. You're in the right place at the right time here. So these types of energies, the Spirit is putting this here to let you know that these are coming, and this will help you weather this type of energy a little bit better than if you didn't know they were coming. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. All right. All right, thank you. All right, we have perception. So again, seeing things from these multiple perspectives, if you will. Also, this transition and the way you navigate this low vibrational energy is going to give you a new perception of yourself. You're starting to see yourself in this new light. And I feel like you have been, but it's like I said, this is kind of this like end of this old chapter, and this new chapter is beginning towards the end of December. So it's this new perception that actually closes the chapter to the new book and begins, or the old chapter begins the new chapter. And then we have a new sprout. So you, and I feel like with this 10 of Cups, you are this new sprout. You're experiencing this new level of growth, new growth in different areas of your life. And as we see, this energy is really rising here. And really, the heart is illuminated here, the throat, the third eye, and then the crown here. So this ascending of energy is taking place. And as this person looks, it definitely looks like they are in this mastery level of energy work here. So this is kind of what's taking place as you move forward. You're stepping into this new level of mastery and essentially growing anew. There's this regeneration that takes place here. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is the inner landscape like, what is the inner climate like for our Libras on their soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. 2 or 3 cards, please. So the Python, like I said, with this regeneration, shedding the skin of the old. 1 or 2 more, please. One or 2 more, please. Thank you. So we have the Python and the Koala. So like I just said, like the serpent sheds its skin and grows anew here. So you are shedding the skin of the past, and it's like a snake. They don't carry their old skin with them. They leave it behind. It's done. It served its purpose, and now it's just rement here. So this also, the serpent speaks of sacred knowledge, secret knowledge here. So I feel like you have been utilizing that to a certain extent, really to get to this point here. So whatever you're doing in that department, keep doing that, keep learning, keep researching, and whatever this practice is that you're doing that's tied to this, do keep doing this practice. And I feel like if you do keep on it, this expands, the practice expands for you. We have discernment. So you are able to discern right away that these people are coming with this low vibrational energy, and you can easily separate your energy out from them. So you do have this level of discernment. Now, this can also speak of, in part, what's helping you balance is this discernment from the activities of the brain and the activities of your soul here. So you are receiving this type of discernment, and this is also aiding in your power and momentum moving forward. And with this discernment comes detachment, and not like This is a healthy detachment, because if you were really involved or attached to certain elements of ego and things like this, these people would definitely, and this is what they're trying to do, definitely trigger your ego to engage with them. But because you have this detachment, you're kind of like, they can do what they want to do. I know who I am. I know where I'm going, and I don't have to play this game with them. Transformation. So this transformation is going to be key for you in the second half of December, and really leaning into this transformation. And do know that we are always in a state of transformation or in a state of flux, but we definitely have the perception a lot of times that we reach this energetic place, and you're like, okay, this is how it's going to be forever. I finally got there. But things continue to change. And I think where people get down on themselves, or they start to have this feeling of lament, is where they're kind of looking at their energetic energies and saying like, oh, this isn't how it used to be. And in truth, it is never going to be how it used to be, because we are constantly in this process of transformation. And so leaning into the transformation is really being in the moment. And renewal. So through this transformation, you find renewal at the end of the month here, or at least towards the end of the month. Then we have koala. So you're balanced, you're in harmony, you're on your square, you're feeling calm. Perspective. Again, you have this perspective. You're getting this new way to look at things, look at yourself. Imagination. So your imagination is really kicking up a notch here. In part, this is why there is some fear surrounding this, because you imagine the worst. But on the other side, your imagination is helping you build the life that you want to live. And I feel like there is definitely a creative spark taking place for you the second half of December, and ease. So you are you're easily making this transition. You have this ease of being about you, that you can't be rocked off of your square here. Thank you. Right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. Boy, 3 cards, please. Three cards, please. That's way too many. 3 cards, please. This deck is resisting me a little bit. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. 1 more, please. Thank you. And at the bottom, we have the card, keep up the good work. So you are moving towards this pinnacle. So whatever you're doing, the Spirit is definitely saying, keep up the good work. So we have the war has reached a critical point between Atlantis and Mu. So these are presumably ancient civilizations before the Ice Age. And one was more engaged in what we would call like light worker, more light energy type of magic workings, things like this. And Mu uh, was more into what could be considered a darker element of this. Now, I feel like that is probably a misperception of modern writers, but there is these two opposing forces that are battling, and it's reached this critical point here. And I feel like these people do want to draw you into a battle, a conflict, a competition to a certain extent. And for them, it has reached this like critical point. And but for you, because you're balanced and on your square, you're not even part of this battle. You're in fact, you're walking away from this battle, and this actually has you sitting in a really good position. Also, do know that if anybody is attempting to tear you down, it's because they see you as above them in some form or fashion. So do know that these people are doing this out of an insecurity and most likely jealousy. So do just stay the course for yourself, and you don't have to be part of these people's story, because they would love that if you were part of their story. And then we have await further orders here. So there is this, it's like when these people engage with you, and of course, like we all have certain ego triggers that would want us to engage in, like, hey, they are running my name through the mud, or they said this, or they insulted me on XYZ. And the Spirit, again, is saying, like, when this comes in, await further orders. Don't respond, don't react, don't give them the satisfaction. And another, this is saying, when you find yourself in this bliss mode, the tendency is to, okay, I've got my bliss, I'm going to go, 100 miles an hour now with this. But the Spirit is saying also, await further orders here as well, because you may just want to really sit in this and absorb this blissful energy. Make sure your cup is all the way filled with this before you move forward. And then what's happening? So there is going to be this element in this transition, and when these people come in and you're kind of trying to work on your thing, and that you will most likely ask yourself, like, what is happening? Like, why is this taking place? And the Spirit is wanting you to know that this marks, when these people come in and they try to derail you, and you don't respond and don't react, this action from you actually marks this end of this old chapter, and then the new chapter can begin. But this is a necessary, this rite of passage for you. These shadows are coming up to see, are you gonna bite on this, or are you gonna reread this old chapter? Are you going to relive this old chapter, or are you actually ready for the new? So it's really you that sparks this new chapter by not responding to these people, which may be challenging. All right, please give us 2 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022. 2 cards, please. So, balance, right next to the Temperance Angel. So, you're definitely coming with a lot of balance and silence. So with the balance, you're definitely staying on your square. You are balancing multiple energies. You're balancing your light and your dark, your feminine and your masculine energies, the spiritual and the mundane. And perhaps for a few of you, you are balancing these multiple different practices from opposite sides of the spectrum here. So you are really maintaining this balance and silence. So, like I said, not responding to these people, definitely giving them the cold shoulder when it comes to that. Now, there's another thing with this. There is an element, and not with these people, but to speak your truth here, to not remain silent. Whereas in the past cycle, you may have felt a little silenced, perhaps a little marginalized, and it really is time to speak your piece here. And I feel like it is more when you reach this 10 of Cups energy, when you're in your bliss, and then you can process and express these past truths in with this new perspective here. But definitely with these people, person or people, you're definitely giving them the cold shoulder. All right. Please give us 3 cards. What would you like to leave Libras with for what is on their soul path for mid-December to the end of December 2022? 3 cards, please, for a final parting message for our Libras. So we have the King of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles again, or the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups again. There might be some 10 of Pentacles energy in there too for you. And the Sun card. And at the bottom, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So, again, two tens. So this is definitely marking this completion of this old cycle here, which seems to be pretty fantastic. So we have the King of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Sun card. At the bottom, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the King of Cups, you're definitely moving forward. Your spirituality is your power moving forward, whatever that may be for you. And that's going to be a little different for everybody because everybody's spirituality is unique to them. So, and even if you're engaged in the same practice or that you're in the same religion or whatever as another person, the way that you receive this spiritual information and the way that you express this spirituality is going to be different from everybody. But we have the King of Cups here. So with this past situation, you are definitely being very diplomatic in this. And it's kind of like a leader. If they're currently at war with another country, they're most likely, if the other country tries to shoot them a nasty message, they're not going to respond. They're diplomatically, it doesn't make sense to respond to them. So this is kind of how you're reacting to them. And again, the King of Cups is coming with a lot of emotional balance. So this balanced energy of your emotions. And you're really moving forward with this compassion energy. You really don't want anything else. You're like, I want my life to be an expression of compassion. So that is definitely how you're moving forward. And because of that, you're moving right into this 10 of Cups energy, this divine love, this blissful, exuberant celebration of emotion. And right into the sun. You could almost just put this sun into this shot here. So you're definitely moving forward with this sun energy. You are receiving this enlightenment on a couple different levels here. But by the end of the month, you really find yourself in this successful atmosphere. You're feeling very happy and positive about yourself, your life, and where you're headed. You have this boost in vitality, and you're really basking in the warmth of the divine. Having this inner child, integrating this inner child, and letting it play in the world. This child also has this open-hearted energy. And this is how you're moving forward with this compassion and love, and this lightness of being here as you move forward. And because of this, because of the way you're navigating this, you're coming into this 10 of Pentacles type of energy. So 10 of Pentacles is speaking about long-term success, generational wealth. So this is speaking of, in this reading, I feel like it is speaking of spiritual wealth, but also monetary wealth, whatever you're working on. And it's really unclear actually like what you're working on, but it is leading to both kinds of wealth here. I feel like it is big on the spiritual wealth spectrum here. And here again we have the Temperance Angel. So you are getting this because you're so balanced and you are moving with this harmonious vibe. You're on your purpose. You're very patient in your actions. You're not trying to run through things. You definitely are connected to your spirit guides, your spirit team, in this harmonious vibe. But this reading is really heavy on balance here. And your heart is open, your third eye is illuminated, your intuition is blooming here. You're spreading your wings into this new chapter. You have this balance, 1 foot in the material world and 1 foot in the spirit or the astral. And this, with the sunrise, the sun is rising over this mountaintop and marking the dawning of a new day for you. And in the past, you definitely have felt this 5 of Pentacles energy, feeling out in the cold, feeling perhaps you have been through some bouts of being sick and not feeling well, and maybe you weren't sure why, dealing with a certain level of lack mindset, and this in turn creates worry. But this new chapter, you're putting the end to this old chapter of lack and stepping into this new chapter of abundance. And where you were, you felt out in the cold in a lot of different areas. The Spirit is bringing you inside to this sanctuary here of this 10 of Cups. So you are coming in from the cold here. And then we have the Justice card. So this is, you're receiving your just dues. You deserve these 10s here. This is fair for you to receive this because you're really moving forward with this truth. And you're coming into the flow of this universal law, if you will. And because of that, you're finding this, you're finding this balance and equilibrium here. So again, with this balance, you are receiving a lot of balance in this reading. And you are walking away from the past. And with the Eight of Cups, it's kind of like, okay, the party's over. Last call was 30 minutes ago. It's time to go. You know, like this type of energy. So you are walking away, like here. This low vibrational energy of the past has really worn you out in a lot of ways, but you're receiving this renewal as you step forward here. Excuse me. So you are walking away from the past and these lower vibrational energies. I can see what's underneath here, so I have to take it. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So we have 2 8s in a row. Do you have any more? No. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have 2 of them. So advancement is what the number 8 is indicating here. So there is this completion, and you are advancing forward, really finding this level of mastery again with yourself. And you're really working on your craft, on your whatever your practice is really benefiting you in a lot of ways here. And you are going, like I said, your practice is going to expand. So you are going to accumulate more skills. You're developing more skills. You are continuing to learn and expand on this practice and this craft that you are engaged with. And there is a moon here on the Eight of Cups, so do pay attention to the planets, the transits, the moon cycles, as this can all help give you a good idea of the timing of things, and you can also utilize these planetary energies and the moon cycles to your benefit as you move forward. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave this reading here. Libras, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement for the second half of December. I have to say this reading looks really good because it lands you in a really good spot. And the Spirit is just wanting you to know about this low vibrational energy coming in. And I feel like you can kind of sense this around you somewhere. But you are maintaining balance and giving these people the cold shoulder or the silent treatment, if you will. And that is kind of devastating to their plan. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean so much. And again, Libras, I'll catch you on the next go-round. Peace.